Hi guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to another video. Now, I think I've said in the past in other videos that I just don't do stash ads anymore, and I think the reason why I stopped doing them is because half the time I'd show stuff and then I'd get bored of it, and 6 months later or the next month or a couple of weeks later, I'd sell a lot of that stuff. Just through my eBay shop and what have you. But when I'm buying collections, I'm always buying on the intention there's something in there that I like, and I'll keep the bits and pieces that I like. And as long as I can afford to sell a few little bits to pay for it, it's the way I pay for the hobby, if you know what I mean. Um, but since I stopped doing any stash ad videos, I think there's two things really. One thing, there is some stuff I've been selling which is nice and interesting stuff, and it's just good to show it regardless of whether I'm keeping it or not. And the other thing is that all the stuff I'm kind of setting aside for myself is just sitting on the shelves. I'm not getting around to sorting it out. I'm a little bit busy with life at the moment, and so all these things are stockpiling at the moment. And this lot is going to be a really good example of that because I bought a lot. This was about 2 months ago. I bought this lot of stuff, and I paid 132 quid for everything. And within that lot, I've sold quite a few little bits and pieces, mainly 132nd stuff. I looked at the pictures, kind of added up what I'd need to sell out of that to not worry about the other stuff, so I can sit on the other stuff and keep it and enjoy it and hopefully do something with it one day, or it's just sat there for future if I ever decide to sell them. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, this lot I paid 132 quid for, which is about $150. I would have thought roundabouts there. I don't think there's much difference in currency right now, to be quite fair. But when I bought this, I think the things I sold in was there was a really nice, clean built up original issue Skipper's Anglia Gasser in the metallic red, but it was such clean build up. I think I listed that. I'm kind of not keeping gases stuff like that because I won't do anything with them, so to speak. So listed that for 25 quid. That sold within a day or so, if that, to be quite honest with you. There was a bunch of 132nd kits which I kind of bundled together because there were like Airfix stuff which has been reissued. There was a couple of old Revel ones in there, but bundled all them together. Managed to, I think I listed them originally at 30 quid or 29.95, and I knocked it down to 24.95, and they sold, so they went, so there was 50 quid there. There was also one I didn't see in pictures, and to be quite honest, I've looked back into the listing, at the pictures in the original listing. I still couldn't see it, but that was a Mark 1 Airfix Mark 1 for Capri. I put that on at 65 quid, and that sold within 10 minutes of me listing. So that really did bump me up. That's 115 quid. And then I think the other one I had, which isn't here, was an Airfix Mark 3 Zodiac, really clean built model kit. And I put that on, I think I started out at 65 quid, but I ended up knocking that down to 49.95. And that eventually sold. That was a bit of a slow burn, which was surprising because I watched one the week before I sold mine. It was on auction. It was really rough built up, brush painted yellow. And glue all over windows, where these ones, you'll see with the Cortina I've got left over. I think that's the last one I've got listed. I think I've got that on at 33 quid, but I really don't want to drop down too much on that one at the minute, and I've already made money. But yeah, the Zodiac eventually sold for 50, so we're at 165 quid, and I've still got a bunch of stuff left over, and it's kind of the stuff which I've kind of set aside. There's a few bits I need to get round to sorting, but I thought, we were 5 minutes in. Well, I thought we'd just do a video where we just talk model kits again, vintage model kits. Might be half an hour, it might be an hour, but like I said, there's still plenty of stuff to show out of this lot, and it's all kind of paid for itself. So I'm in no rush to do anything. It is just sitting. I like to organise all my stuff, but for the time being, where I'm so busy with other stuff in life, then I'm quite happy that it's just sitting there for now. Don't need to do anything with it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this was. We'll just get into it, but yeah, this was, like to say, the last one I've got currently listed on eBay. But it was, this is the original issue Lotus. Well, it's just a Mark 1, the Mark 1 Cortina. I built one up out of one of the later issues for last year's small scale group build. But this was sort of, it's a really clean example, and again, I've seen other ones on auction which are really rough go for more than this one, but I think people just get comfortable seeing it there, and then thinking it'll be there in a month's time, and then it'll sell or something like that, which generally happens to a lot of stuff but, I'm in no rush to drop price on this one too much. It's a really nice example. Prices of Airfix, I completely understand, completely dropped off the scale in the last 12 to 18 months. Something like this, I could have listed for 65 quid and it would have sold. Not nowadays at all. So it'll find its buyer once. I might do a little bit of a price drop on it at some point, but it's all complete, really clean. Yeah, no glue on the windows or anything, a bit like the Zodiac I sold. I think they had a few the Zodiac had a couple of little bits, but nothing you couldn't have really sorted out, but it's all complete. Front wheels snapped off on this thing, but yeah, just a really nice kit, and it just reminds me of that one I built, for last year's small scale group build, but then. And we're just going to go through everything else which is left, really. Some stuff very interesting, some stuff, it might be. I mean, it included this original 55 monogram box, which I was really wanting because I didn't have a 55 monogram box, and I've got about 3 or 4 builders of the original now, nice builders. So when I get round to it, and this is another reason I'm doing this video, is because in the next lot, which I bought recently, which was 50 quid, there is a hell of a lot of stuff in that. Some really nice old bits, including a lot of parts for these. So it's all going to be bagged up together, and once I get round to sorting them builders, I'll sort of try and make a full kit out of a builder. So I either have it for myself in future, or if in years' time I can't be bothered, or I've moved on, then then it'll just be a nice lot ready for somebody else with all the bits. Because yeah, pretty much looking at that other lot, I've not unboxed it or anything, but I've just looked through the bags and there's a hell of a lot of nice stuff in there. So that's going to be the next video after this one, but I thought we'd start off with this one because I've already sold off what I needed to cover my costs. But yeah, really nice box. I mean, I think there's a few boxes like this in this lot, and they're all in really great condition. Really good colour all round. I mean, you can see all different tops on this one. I think this has 3 different tops, including the hard top. It comes with a convertible, but it has the hard top, the bubble top, and yeah, the other custom top which is included. But in this box, a ton of wheels, or not as many as in some other lots I've got. I think I've got 3, and the last lot that, God, there must be 200 sets of wheels in it. It's absolutely daunting. I'm gonna have to do something with them, but it's daunting. So we might have a look at these in detail a little bit later. I think what I'll do is cut off the camera, spend a couple of hours pairing these up, because this is another thing why I'm doing this video. I just need to get through and sort some of this stuff. But yeah, a bag of loose parts there. I separated because the box wasn't closing. I just put all the hard tops and body panels in there. So there's some, having a brief look through it, there's some nice stuff in there, and there was a really nice unused clear roof for the original 65 Galaxy convertible, which I paired up. I think I showed that in one of my other videos. But it's just stuff like this is why I like lots like this, because it helps complete other stuff and other builders I've got in the collection. And this was another box which came as an empty box. And like I say, all this stuff we're looking at now, it's all paid for with a little bit of change. So whether you think they're all right or not, they're free. So, and like I say, this is how I pay for the hobby. But again, another really nice box. And at the same time, I was bidding on this, because I think I offered the seller, because it originally, when he listed it, I think I offered 135 quid, because he had bid on it or best offer, and I don't know if he just didn't acknowledge my offer or somebody bid on it which cleared out my offer. But so I got it a couple of quid cheaper than they actually sold for. But at the same time, when I was bidding on this the same week, there was another seller. I think he's bought a collection from somewhere and he's just auctioning them off. There was a original annual 63 Impala box, but inside it was a brand new one of these. So I've already taken that out of that Impala box, and I've just thrown it in there for now. It's pretty much mint in untouched, is that one. So it just paired that one up nicely. I've got a few of these now. I think I've actually got one on eBay at the minute, but I've got such a soft spot for the monogram kits nowadays. Just bought a really nice another nice 44 pickup, really nicely built up, really clean. But yeah, so that was and I think I only paid, God, what did I pay for that? The kit, I think that ended at 16 quid. So nice little pair up was that, and they ended both on the same week as well. I think I may have won this lot first, and then I was just keeping my eye on the other lot from another seller. So that works out quite nice, but another empty box, and this is another nice one. The Joanne 65 Cadillac box, and I've got a couple of these, a couple of kits in boxes of these already. I think what I'll end up doing is, because this is such a nice box, I'll probably swap over the parts at some point and re-image it all so the images match up with a nicer box and what have you. But I've also got a built up on the shelf, a really nice clean built up. So I think eventually I'll probably pair that up with this one. I don't know if I'll be able to store it in this box because, with wheels on it, I think it probably sits a bit high, but I'll take images of it all together once I get a box paired up with that. But pretty sure there's kits in all of these, in some of these which I'm showing you. But yeah, I think in this one, what have we got? Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot that one was in there. Something like that would probably be eBay fodder, to be quite honest with you. Rear bumper in there. Yeah, rear bumper's there, but yeah, I don't know if that's been painted. just nice little clean spray job is that, to be quite honest with you. But I mean, AMC have reissued this one now, so this will be an original 60s issue, I would have thought, of the 60 Thunderbird. But yeah, I can't see myself ever doing anything with that. Like, so yeah, another nice little bonus. We'll keep that one aside, like, and yeah, probably list that in a few weeks or something. Can't go for much because, I mean, as I say, you can get a new one on eBay, but for 20-25 quid, which is quite expensive, to be quite honest with you, for a little 1/32 kit. But I believe this is 65, probably 65 or 66, I can't really remember. How you tell differences between them 2 years, like, but it'll be an AMC one, or this one. Again, I've got a couple of nice 65s in boxes and what have you, but I've got so many Corvettes now, I just never bother selling them, to be quite honest with you, because even these rarer ones, you don't fetch much. What I've been doing, I've been selling a hell of a lot of builders. I've been staring at the moment. There's a couple of sellers that are. There's some more nice instructions in there. Might go through some of them, like. Yeah, we'll go through some of them because I've got a big bunch of them up there anyway. Yeah, because there's some other sellers I think there's one who's come across an estate sale, so to speak, and they wouldn't. It pains me because I would have paid a lot more for them to whoever was selling them, but it's just being in the right time at the right place. I don't think there's a couple of people selling off a couple of collections at the moment, I think, but what they can afford to do is just, because they've paid so little for them, just stick them on at auction, and whatever they get, some massive bonus to them. It's just a nice little cash flow. I mean, I did really well out of that last collection I sold of unbuilt kits, to be quite fair. It was a lot of work, but more than doubled my money on that one, and I've still got quite a few pieces left over, like, so. But yeah, I mean, what I've been doing lately while all that's going on, I haven't been listing many unbuilt kits in boxes. What I've been doing is just clearing the shelves and sticking builders on, and they're trickling out nicely. To be quite honest with you, I've got a ton on there at the moment, and they just slowly trickle out the door to enough that it pays a wage at the end of the month, like, and it's all stuff which I'm not going to miss, like, so I'm not going to do anything with them, so but yeah, I've been sneaking in a few Corvettes here and there, I'm just seeing them slowly trickle out, but God, I must have 70 Corvettes on shelf all stacked up like this, and this is another nice one. And I'm in no rush to sell them or anything. I've got a bit of a soft spot for them just because I have to look at them all the time, I suppose. But so yeah, that's another nice one, and stock version. Again, not too sure if it's 65, 66 or whatever. But yeah, just another. I mean, all these which are being built, they're all nicely, cleanly done. It wouldn't take much to strip the paint off that, but I'd be in no rush to strip the paint off anything like that, to be quite honest with you. I've got other ones which are rougher if I ever did get round to actually doing a Corvette. I'm wanting to do one at rarer years, to 64 to 67s, like in the AMC form. I can't even think if AMC did a 67. I don't know if that was transferred over to MPC, like, I think they took the reins on it, but just can't remember. I think they probably did, like, just off the top of my head, I'm just not too sure. So yeah, another nice little one. Like I say, not worth a great deal in any state. I think I did. I think I've sold a couple in passing. They never reach a lot of money, like, and I don't think I bothered much with the older ones nowadays. I'll just sneak in a few here and there and what have you. But what else have we got? Yeah, that's another really nice box. But we've got 2 built kits of the charger in here, and I do have a soft spot for the 6.7 charger. The original issue had a lot of nice pieces. I think when AMT round 2 bought out the traffic light issue again, reboxed this one as the traffic light issue, I think they'd restored a few bits, but not everything like. And yeah, I'm getting a building collection of these, but this is another nice, really original box, really straight, great colours and what have you. Yeah, I always like the custom grill on these and what have you, and I've got a few custom grills and clear hoods and stuff like that. And the lame kind of funny car issue version they did, same sort of style as the Pontiacs, where they just used the base plate and told you to leave the back screws slightly not fully tightened so you could lift the body up. But yeah, I mean, it's quite a rare boxes, that one, to be fair, and yeah, to find it in such nice condition. But yeah, this has got a couple of builders in it. I think the original instructions are there, and like I say, I've got an absolute ton of original parts. Mainly because in '68, they loaned the tool into Airfix and sort of partnered with Airfix, and for '68, a really good use of how to extend the annual years. End of line annuals where they couldn't modify them anymore because body styles have changed so much. And I think they did like the Mustang, the Dodge Charger, and the Pontiac GTO. So, a clever way to get another year out of annuals, just reboxed in Airfix. But yeah, we'll have a quick look at these. First of all, stock version. I think I've got a 60. I think they come. I can't remember whether they come with 2 different styles of stock wheels. I know I've got another builder on shelf with the more poverty style hubcaps, where these are the Magnum style. But really clean, unpainted, extremely clean build is that. I think the all engines in there and what have you. I'm not even going to try and open that hood. Just cut my nails, so I'm not getting anything underneath the front edge of that hood. But yeah, really nice built up is that. And like I say, I do have a bit of a soft spot for them. I had a ton of them. Not so. I had about 2 or 3 of the Revel versions, the built up, and I sold them just recently because I could see I was gaining a few more of these ones, and somebody's done the stock car, well, they're the same builder, I'd assume, done the stock car version with the driver and the roll cage and what have you. Again, engines in there, and got the racing exhausts and what have you. Yeah, another really nice clean builder is that one. And got that, and I bought another in talking about Chow. I'm sure I got that box down somewhere. Yeah, this one in the same lot, but around about the same time again. Yeah, around about the same time. Move them out the way a little bit. There's seller selling this box, and inside, I think he was like a slot car seller, and he just had this one random auction on eBay. And there's another Charger, more of a rough build up, and I don't know what wheels they put on there, and I don't know what's going on with front end on that, but I think I've got enough parts for these to sort of make that a nice one. And I think if I was to restore any of these, it'd probably be this one, just because it's the roughest. I even out the other ones I've got on the shelf, and some weird spaces on there. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, this was another lot, and came with a original Monkeys Pontiac GTO 66 GTO. And I've got 2 more just like it on shelves. I've actually just listed one. Because I knew I had this one sitting in box, like, so. But this pretty much all there, like, I think all bits and pieces are in there somewhere, engine and what have you. But I never built one. Hated that top they put on it. A lot of people modify these, put station wagon roofs on, and put the roof and trunk lid to the MPC kit, 6.7 GTO and graphed iron. I think Kim on Kim's channel, I think he's done one of them. Because I've seen so many, I kind of had that idea myself, and I've seen so many on Facebook and elsewhere now that, but yeah, I kind of lost the interest in that idea. But what else? But that, like I say, that wasn't a part of this lot. So another nice builder in a box is this one. And in that other lot I bought, again, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few parts to. I think we got a few parts to this one in here, in a couple of these bags, but I think in the other lot I bought last week, that's got a ton of Blue Mercury parts. And yeah, I mean, just again, a really nice box on that one. One of better ones. I've got a couple of these, like, and this is certainly one of better boxes. Again, I'll probably do the same as in the Cadillac and just do something with it and change boxes around a little bit and make one nicer. But yeah, got instructions in there, but just a really clean built up, really. I think this one's headlamps in there somewhere. Got front bumper on there, but yeah, just I mean, there's not really much to say about this. It's been reissued a million times, hasn't it? So, but yeah, quite a nice thing. I think this one's been brush painted by the looks of it, but to be quite honest, not a bad job at all. It looks pretty nice as it is, like, but don't know what I'll do. If things like that I'll eventually sell, just because I don't know, I haven't got the. I used to be right into 50s customs and doing 50s customs and early 60s customs and these kind of things, but I think my taste has sort of changed over the years and I don't do them as much now, like, but yeah, another sort of one which has been reissued a million times, but this again is a really nice box. I can't remember if I've actually got another one of these on the shelf. I probably have, but you know, without looking, I'm not too sure, to be quite honest with you. But again, I think this one's been sprayed. Yeah, this one's been spray painted in yellow, orange, sorry. Quite nice, and just another really nice, clean job, really, to be quite honest with that. And I do like the 49 Force, to be fair. I'm pretty sure, yeah, instructions are in there and what have you, but yeah, always liked the 49 Ford. Actually preferred it over the Mercury, to be quite honest with you, but yeah, we'll just shove that one there, I suppose, keep it out of the way for now. But yeah, I think the last box kit, absolutely dull as anything, not worth anything at all. I have actually sold a couple of these recently in built up sort of states, but yeah, it's just the Revel E type, you know, reissued a million times again. But again, just another nice box. I've had plenty with worse boxes than this. I don't know, I'll maybe keep hold of it, because, you know, you can't really, I mean, it's been nice little builder, is that, to be quite honest with you, you know, nicely painted, and I have sold a couple lately. I think I end up, yeah, I'm so grateful to everybody buys stuff like off me, because, you know, I will ask like something like this for $8.99 or $8.95 or something, with postage on top, and people are still, you know, they still will trickle out. They are very slow burners, but like I say, it's just enough to pay my bills and And so I'm not actually, and I'm selling stuff which I like again, which I'm not really missing. Whereas some of this stuff at the back, you know, I'd rather keep hold of. Maybe a couple, you know, the Chargers and what have you, and maybe the Corvettes and what have you. But yeah, I think that was the last box kit, so to speak. But yeah, there was also I'll put these in bags just because I've got no boxes to store them in at the moment. But just got to be careful, like bits of suspension just hanging off. But this is the original issue Chrysler turbine, and I've sold it. I think I've sold 3 of these, but not the original issue. There was a nice clean built up one which went to a turbine collector. Mainly collected die cast bit, and he'd never had a Joanne kit before, so yeah, most die cast collectors, they just want something to shove on the shelf, and it needed a few repairs, that one, and I could tell he was a die cast collector because he was asking how to repair stuff, and to be quite honest with you, all loose bits I repaired for him, and just so you could just shove it straight on the shelf like and be happy with it. But yeah, I sold a couple, and none of them were the original, and I kind of like these when I see them built up in the original brown plastic. And yeah, this has got the same sort of issue with the front track toe on them. Just sits out. They just sit out a little bit too far for my liking. Because they sit sort of beyond the wheel arches. Reminds me of one of them Morgan three-wheelers, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, some of these, I mean, I don't know if they've actually glued them, but I don't think the doors particularly work very well. And that's why I think it's a very, very daunting kit for somebody to actually do and get right. Yeah, I think they've got the trunk lid to work quite well, and whether I keep this or not, I wouldn't touch this one. If I was to keep it, I'd just do the repairs, which was needed. Yeah, just do the repairs which is needed, and just display it as is. I wouldn't even try to take this thing apart. Oh, the doors do open on that. That's quite nice. So. But I think it probably makes a difference getting this thing working properly, building it without paint. I think as soon as you start adding paint onto something like that, then I think it does make it a little bit difficult for you. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, out of all the ones I've bought and sold, you know, I'll probably keep this one over a lot of them, and I'll probably just do repairs myself, polish it up. I don't have anywhere to display them. That's the problem. Like, I think some of like the USACC builds and the Galaxy, which I've just done, you know, they've gone into their own little plastic display cases and what have you. That's a really nice one. I'm really chuffed with that, to be honest, because to be quite honest with you, I've not looked at these. I've had a brief look at them when I first bought them, and then I've just got into selling mode, getting my money back, and yeah, really nice, really happy with that one. That's, yeah, quite a nice one. But this last one is the one I didn't know what it was from the pictures, because it was taken from like the pictures where this one, there was no close-ups of this actual one. It took a few close-ups of other ones, but it was really like much further away than this, and it's from top, and I couldn't work. I think it was like that, and I just couldn't work out whether the pictures weren't great, to be quite fair, but there was enough for me to sort of calculate how much was in it for me. And but I was like wondering, is it like a Buick, or I was hoping, one of my guesses was I was hoping it was a Chrysler, but again I wasn't too sure. I was thinking, could it be one of a 63 Impala convertible, and I didn't, when I was putting me maximum bidding, like I put in a bit more than what it actually went for in end, but I didn't account for this, and that's you know, an original issue. I think it's a 66, Chrysler 300 convertible, and with it being convertible, it's certainly one of rarer shoes. You know, I bought that 66 flat box a good few months, or probably 6 months ago now, and it had a lot of body damage. I think the windshield framing wasn't broken, but somebody had taken a piece out of it, and luckily pieces were still in box. But I've still not got round to fixing anything with that, and because it's quite a rare kit, I'd be half tempted to strip this body down and make this body up with that kit. But it's such a nice one, is that one, as it is, with all custom front and rear end, and it's not to everybody's taste, and you know, it's not one of the best designs they've got out there, but yeah, with the custom tonneau cover and what have you, I think that's glued in place. I don't really want to force it, to be quite honest with you, but yeah, that was the big surprise and the thing I was most happy with out of this lot, you know. You know, because that alone, you could probably sell that for 50 quid on its own, 50, 60 quid on its own. It'd probably go over to the US for that kind of price, like, but yeah, I mean, this is certainly not one I'll be thinking of selling anytime soon, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, really happy with that. So I think what we'll do is we'll just make this a long video as usual, and we'll have I do want to sort out some of these parts and seeing what we've got in here, and because like I say, I've got a lot of monogram Thunderbird and 55 Chevy parts, I know, in that other lot I bought, so I want to at least get them separated and seeing what other bits and pieces we've got in here, and maybe have a look at them wheels and tyres, like, so yeah, if you want to hang around for that. I mean, I don't think we're going to see any more kits, like, you know, but yeah, we might as well cut the video and then just have a quick look at these bits and pieces. Because some people just like parts as well, like, so, including myself, you know, I do take a lot of enjoyment just sorting through this stuff when I get the time, and got a bit of time today, so may as well do it now, like, while I've got everything out, and then I know what I can do with all this stuff, and I don't think I'll fully sort it, so I'm either selling it or whatever with it, but it'll give me a good idea. I can probably put them into at least separate bags of what they need to be like, so yeah, well, we might as well just have a quick look at them, you know, see what bits and pieces we got, and we'll see you in a second. Right then, well, parts wise, you know, there wasn't that many, to be quite fair, as in actual body parts and what have you. We'll try and fit in a few of the wheels, like, after this bit, but there's some really nice bits in there, to be quite honest with you, and all the kind of stuff I like to keep. You know, I haven't got time to sort of list parts, to be quite honest with you, and you know, sod's law, by the time, you know, if I've sold something which is for a rare kit, I'll probably find a rare kit and it'll be missing the hood or something, so kind of why I don't bother doing anything with, like, selling parts and what have you. But you know, to answer my question whether that was a 66 or 65, just wasn't too sure because of the bumpers, like, and but yeah, that we'll have a quick look through some of the instructions, you know, I'll quickly flick through these, but yeah, this is for a 65, set of instructions for a 65 Chrysler 300, so that answers my question. And what I'll do also, before I pack all this stuff away, and I'm going to go through these bits, make sure I'm going to go through it. I don't generally do that, but while I've got instructions handy, and I've got parts all with the same lot that I bought them with, I'll see if there's anything in there which can go with the kits. We'll make sure everything's paired up and bagged together, like, and but what else we got? You know, Chrysler 300, what was it? Chrysler turbine, sorry. So we'll keep them with that kit. Unfortunately, this one wasn't included. There's quite a few ones in here which unfortunately weren't here, like, but you know, the 66 Plymouth Fury Joanne instructions, and yeah, 65 Plymouth. I've got one of these on shelf, like, and probably paired up with that one. Even though I'm probably sure it's got the instructions already in it, I'll pop it in box anyway, just so I know where the second set is if I ever need them. But yeah, there's quite a few nice ones in here, to be quite fair with you. Set of instructions for the 65 Cadillac, you know, keep them aside. The old original Revel 1959 Corvette, well, I think they've just issued it as a 60 every issue since it, like, but basically same kit. Just sold one of these yesterday, the original one. They had a lot of custom work on the front, but you know, that sat for a couple of weeks, or probably over a month, like maybe 2 months even. They like everything, they eventually trickle out. And Revel instructions for the Revel 62 Plymouth and 62 Imperial, 62 Valiant. They're all really nice instructions, these, like, and I'll just keep them in case I've probably got builders of all of them. Not so much the 65 Plymouth, I don't think I have any builders of them, but another set of instructions for the 55 Chevy and the monogram Thunderbird. So I'll definitely keep in them aside, because with all the parts, like you'll see in the next slot we do, if you want to see it, like, I mean, it's, yeah, I'm going to be doing a few of these videos, because like I say, it's put something out, done it, and saves these things just never getting seen. The instructions for a 66 Galaxy, which will go with the builder I've got. Yeah, I've already poached the clear hood, clear convertible hood out of that one and put it with that kit, so we'll pair that up with it as well. I think I've got some other parts as well elsewhere for that, so box all them together, and that's 58 Ford. I don't know if they were just generic, but this, looking inside it, I think it's definitely looks like a Ford to me. So don't have one of them. Quite a rare kit, is that. Got a ton of tail lights for them though, like a ton of them. Must have 12 sets of tail lights for them things. I don't know where they've all come from. Original El Camino instructions. Been reissued a million times, but one of my favourite kits is that. Original GTO. Yeah, these early issues had all the nice custom front and rear end parts, which, yeah, disappeared in later issues. I still don't think they put them all back in, to be quite honest with you. I think you have some remnants, like the front balance, but it came with a ton of extra parts on that original issue. I have got some, like, I've got all the parts I need, so if I ever wanted to build one of those. But yeah, just your original issue Impala, 64 Cutlass, which has been bought out ever in recent years, like, along with hardtop. But this is a really rare kit for a long time. I remember selling a right ropey glue bomb, and I put it on auction. Like, I didn't know how to price. I put everything on auction back then, but don't do that anymore. Couldn't afford to lose my ass on stuff like so. But yeah, that sold for, you know, back in day, that sold for a lot of money. Even though I wrote it like it was a glue bomb, like. 70 Pontiac Bonneville instruction at the MPC. I think this is the hardtop and not the convertibles, and the hardtops are right hard kits to find. Like, got a couple of the reissue convertibles. You know, I was originally going to use the parts to do that. So was it the 68 Bonneville I had? But that was such a mint kit, I could never bring myself to touching it. I just couldn't, and I ended up selling it to somebody in the community. Really nice person, like, and I'm glad they got it. Original instructions, 3-in-1 Thunderbird, another one where we lost all the nice parts, and absolute ton of extra customizing parts, which, you know, that kit we have today is just bears no resemblance whatsoever. 624 Galaxy hardtop. Looks like very promo style kit, but not much instructions at all. I've got a convertible, don't have an hardtop unfortunately. I did have an hardtop years and years ago, and I sold that. I sold it because it it was built as a custom and it didn't have stock parts, and I thought I'd never find stock parts for it, and so that went. IMC instructions for the, one of Matt over at Model Car videos, one of his favourite kits, as we all well know. Judge instructions and what else? Yeah, hold your Aurora wooden wagon kit, and I think the last thing, the old Mako Shark, which we hadn't seen for a while, to be quite honest. We did see quite a few reissues of that in the 70s and 80s, and then it just kind of went away, didn't it? But that was a really nice kit. I've got a couple of builders of that one, so that's another nice set of instructions to have on there. So we just wasted 8 minutes looking at instructions, which probably nobody's interested in, but yeah, we'll have a quick look at parts anyway. Like I say, I got the one that's custom hood for the custom roof for the monogram 55 Chevy. Again, quite relevant, as you'll see in the next video when we start pulling that really fresh box apart. I've sold nothing from it, but I think that's the one where you'll kind of see how I work out what stays and what goes initially. There's some boring stuff in there, like you do get with all these collections. You can't just pick out the nice ones. So you get the rough with the smooth, but the custom roof from the IMC 48.4 convertible and the stock roof for that one. Original glass piece for an original to the 58 Ford Thunderbird. Tell because it's moulded in the green opposed to the clear, which came out in the more recent issues when they started putting all this stuff back in them. Lee, if you're watching, I know you were asking my friend Lee, but he actually, I think we traded on a kit, a couple of kits years ago, and he ended up with a 58, an SMP 58 Buick off me. Really rough, but he built that kit. He really turned it around, made it an absolute stunning custom. But he put one of the original roofs on, and he was asking if there's a Tiara top, Tiara bar, sorry, and I could have sworn I had one, and I'd looked for it everywhere. Couldn't find it, and then I couldn't find it, and then kind of dawned on me. I think I cut it up for some reason. I think the shape of it, I couldn't remember what it was for when I found it in parts box, and I just cut it up, and it didn't work for whatever I was trying to build. So it's a complete waste of a rare part, because you didn't get the Tiara top in the later issue. But since then, Lee, I've got built up a ton of these things now. So I know you finished that kit, but if you want a Tiara top to finish it off and break down that big dome on top, you're more than welcome to one of those, mate. I certainly won't miss it. There's a windshield frame for a 58. And these, I think, a couple of roofs I think these are from the original 65 Mustang convertible, where you could build it as a hardtop or have the vinyl, build it as convertible or have the vinyl hardtop on. And I've got a couple of them kits now, and a ton of these roofs now as well. So yeah, I've still got a couple of them boxes to sort through. This is what I mean. I'm not really sorting through the stuff which I'm in no rush to do anything with. These, I think these are for... I was looking through instructions on that 65 Chrysler, and I couldn't see if it came with an up top. But I've pulled this... I've had a little peek under there. The contours actually match the shape of that. And the front of the roof, I mean, these are probably from the 65 Plymouth, the 65 and 66 Plymouths, I would have thought. But I might keep one of those with that regardless, because it fits so well. And if I was to restore it, I probably wouldn't restore it with the tonneau cover. Yeah, I mean, it just fits the top of that windshield frame perfectly. Like, so I would imagine these are from the kits we've seen the instructions for the 65 and 66 Plymouth Furies. And I'm assuming these boots are for the convertible boots are for the same, like, and I think this is for a 66 Galaxy convertible, and I think this is the clear top, which I'd taken out of the builder kit, and I put the new clear top in with that. And I must have just thrown this in the bag at the same time, because I think this came with the original builder kit I had. So that looks like an up top for the original issue 36 Ford 3-in-1 kit, monogram kit. Again, in the next box we've got that, I've got one of those in there. There's quite a few nice monogram bits and pieces in there. Old original issues. Pretty sure this is the original issue 30 Ford coupe cabriolet, and it's got all the looking through the bags, it looks like it's got all the parts, all the spare parts for both of those kits. Then it looks like a custom top for the 69 Cougar. Nothing really interesting here, or different hoods for the Corvettes. Stock hood for the 49 Ford coupe. Custom hood for the 65 Dodge, MP65 Dodge. You know, I've got to build one of them, so I'll probably just, I think, and that was built as stock, so regardless, even though I wouldn't build it with that hood, you know, I'd throw it in there anyway, just so it's together, like. And we've got the spare clear hoods for them 67 Chargers. You know, they're the kind of bits which never got reissued, I think. You know, I didn't really like the style of them anyway. I thought it was like somebody had shoved the hot end of a screwdriver through, yeah, hammer handle through a clear hood. So I wasn't a big massive fan of them hoods anyway. But again, quite rare bits. Like, not sure if that's from like a, can't remember what Mustang that's from. It's really rare hood, is that, to be quite honest, with that scoop on it, the custom scoop. Can't remember what issue it's from there, to be quite honest with you, but yeah, that would I think that's probably from one of the 67s, maybe 68, 67 original issues. I'm not too sure. It could be from the same kit as them, like, but I don't think it was. You know, it already came with quite a few hoods, but I could be wrong, like, and when I get to sorting through them Mustang bits, and, you know, we'll have a look at that. But yeah, and I think lastly, you know, a spare hood for one of, I don't know if this is the 65 or 66, to be quite honest with you, but yeah, nice clean spare hood for one of those. And yeah, like I say, I'm not going to go through all these bits, but obviously there's parts, a few bits for that Imperial Clark Price 300 in there, and a few bits from the Mercury and the Ford kits, so I'll just pair them together. Bits like this, the window vents for the 58 Ford Thunderbirds. Yeah, I'll dig all them through after this and make sure that if we got parts like this, they can all be paired up. And because if I don't do it, what happens to them is I've got a big box of 60s parts where I'm just throwing stuff in, and all you're happening with them is like that. That's the side bolster for Joanne Chrysler kit. Like, yeah, they just get mixed in, and you never know what they're for, which makes them even more worthless. Like, but yeah, I'll have a dig through them, make sure that everything's with everything. And if you can be bothered, we'll have a quick look at wheels and tyres. This is going to turn into an hour video as well, but like I say, it's just a bit of a look for model car stuff and a chat through model car stuff. And yeah, every now and again it's just good for me to do that, like. And some of you might be interested in some of this older stuff, like, so and a bit of a gear ups in the next video. Quite looking forward to doing that because, like I say, it's a fresh box of stuff where I've not sold anything and can get more of an insight into how I pay for my own stuff, like, and buy and sell and all this kind of carry on. But yeah, I'll have a quick sort through the wheels. I was saying quick sort out, it'd probably take me half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to sort through what's in that box, pair them all up, like. But we'll have a bit of a butcher's, like, because I'm sure there's some rare stuff in there too. So I'll see you in a second. Well, if you're still here at this point, then thank you. I know there's not probably a lot of people who are that interested in looking at old wheels and tyres, but there's some, actually going through it, there's some really nice pieces in there, like, and stuff you don't really see. A lot of discontinued stuff from the 60s and what have you. And it does give you a good overall picture of, like I said, of going back to how I kind of pay for this stuff, and you know, if I did decide to get rid of any of these at any point, if I could ever be bothered, or I think I'm not going to use them, which I'm not going to be using every single set, like, I don't think I'll have enough time to build enough models for them to actually go on to, but and this is quite a small wheel collection compared to some of the other stuff I've got, so but I think the majority of this stuff is right up my alley, to be quite honest with you, just with the age of it. But like I say, it just gives you a good overall picture of when I buy a little collection like this, that I'm always got it in my mind that, you know, you can't keep everything, but after you've got over that milestone, because this was more of a personal purchase, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough to cover my initial costs, which we have explained we've done already, like, but and then we end up with all this stuff which you've seen since, which doesn't cost me anything, and how I can actually afford to keep in the hobby at the moment. So but yeah, I mean, we won't look at every set. I mean, we've got a ton of these different style plastic wheels which came in the AMT kits. You know, I think there's different styles from, you know, you got pie crusts of sort of different styles and what have you, and you know, the smoother ones, and you know, I know a lot of people knocked these back in the day, but it's funny how with the age of 3D printing, you're painting everything now, with all the great wheels that are coming out and what have you. But yeah, they got not many people like them back in the day, to be quite honest with you. But and some of these bits and pieces, especially those, they've taken a bit of a battering, to be quite honest, being in that box. I've been really lucky with rest of stuff, but the tyres haven't stuck to them as much. But yeah, some of these, I mean, some of them are quite nice, like, but yeah, I think yeah, take that one for example, it's taken a bit of a tyre burn on there from the rubber ones which are in box. But yeah, I mean, at the back, you know, we've got all different kinds of pie crusts from the early 60s. I think I've stacked them up in the different types, and you know, got about like the wider ones here and what have you. But and I think these are from quite thick, and I think they're from quite potentially the Joanne Hurst kits, because I think they're Joanne tyres, those. But and there's some wheels in there which I'm not too sure whether they're from the Hauling Hurst and bits like that. But yeah, we've got a ton of these. These will be from them 65, 66 Plymouth Furies we haven't got, but you know, they always came with great Mopar wheels and them really nice Mopar wheels, and we got a good couple of sets of them. Yeah, I think there's 8 sets of them in total. Yeah, front and rear. But they're always really nice. I think I used them on that Pan Am van, to be quite fair. I mean, even though we put hubcaps over it, they are a really nice Mopar wheel. And I think these ones are from the think these are really nice cop car wheels. Vintage steel cop car wheels, and I think those are in the original. I'm pretty sure they're the same as what's on this race car here, the Dodge Charger race car. But I think unfortunately one of those has taken a bit of a battering. But yeah, just a really nice Mopar wheel those. And all at back, there's just there's some was it compact AMT tyres, and I'm assuming they're going to be for things like the Corvairs. I know there's some Corvair wheels and tyres in here and what have you. I mean, we're not going to go into them too much. All those are from the 49 Merc and the 49 Fords, but they come with some nice early sort of racing slot mags on there. So those are a nice little piece, Really great for period sort of race cars, those and what have you. Sombreros, they're from the 49 Merc as well. I think AMT, when they bought out the Reeboks of that early one, I think they put the sombreros back in. Not something I'd really put. I'm not too keen on sombreros, to be honest. Like I say, I think my style of custom taste has changed a little bit, but nice to have them nonetheless. And got a good couple of sets of these deep dish ones. I don't know what I mean. These essentially look like something from the AMT 59 El Camino, but I can't be. They might be Joanne's, but yeah, I think they're probably Joanne those, to be quite honest with you. But they kind of match the rears on them. Not too sure where these are from. Essentially one of the early issues of the 32 Ford Roadster, I think, and the 32 Vicky. I'm pretty sure they came with something similar to those. I mean, don't quote me on any of this. I'm really not sure. And I've got a set of wheels with no kits. I'm just having a best guess, and I think these are from the original Malco Gasser, Big and Littles. But they're again another nice set of drag racing wheels and wheels. Those. I can't be sure. Like I say, I'm just having a best guess at some of this stuff. Some of this stuff I have no idea whatsoever. Assuming those are probably monogram, or maybe from the Revel 57 Chevy. I'm not too sure, to be quite fair. I think my best guess would be Revel 57 Chevy, the first issue. I think those are just your Mercedes 300 SL wheels. The optional chrome ones you got in that 55 Mercedes. I'm not even going to start trying to pick those ones up, but I think knockoffs are there, and again, not too sure what these are from. Something's saying to me Mustang, but could have been an optional wheel for the sort of another mid-60s annual. Can't be too sure, but something's saying to me Mustang. They might be from that 65 Mustang kit we have bits for, but again, I'm just best guessing. A couple of nice. I mean, I do like a Cracker 5 spoke. These were probably from the AMT 65, 60 early issues of the 65 Chevelle wagon. Another nice set of these torque thrusts or something. Not too sure what these would be from, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it could be in it from any of these kits or any other kits. There's a lot of parts here for kits which I didn't get in the collection. Some of these nice 60s custom ones. Something saying to me like 62 or 60. I'm sure I've got these in a 62 or 63 annual kit, but they've got the little centre cap in there, pointy centre cap. Lots of better words coming into my mind, and these will be another. I'm sure these are another set of them I think these are classed as custom wheels in that 66 Charger, 6667 Charger. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're the same as them. Like, so, I mean, what I'll be doing, anything I kind of know and I've got kits for handy, I'm gonna like Mercury and Ford wheels. I'll be throwing those in the boxes, and I'll be making sure I pair up all these and throw those in the. I mean, I'll be bagging all the any ones I ain't got kits for handy. I'm just gonna be bagging them in like sets of 4 in small bags. Just I'm not having to go through all this because this has taken me probably 45 minutes to sit through and sort out those, see what we've got. And we haven't got really a lot of mismatched sets. They're all complete sets with an exception of a couple. But yeah, we've had a look at them and I think we've seen all. But these, so we've got a couple of sets of these really nice smaller Cracker 5 spokes. Yeah, some really nice sets. Them, they're a lot smaller than your sort of average ones, or a bit smaller. They'll suit pretty much anything sort of mid-size, I would have thought. Compact to mid-size, those would be a nice size Cracker to use on those. But got a couple of sets of them there. Again, not too sure where these custom wheels came from. They remind me of stuff like what was in the Good Guys TV show, NPC kit, of whatever the car that was. But I remember having one of those, and so I'm assuming sort of NPC again for those, so to speak. Like I say, going back to them compact size, you know, we've got the Corvair custom ones and a couple of sets of Corvair stock wheels. You know, got another set over there, like, but. And then these ones, I'm not too sure. They're definitely Joanne, and I'm thinking they're definitely 64, 65 Plymouth. They remind me of the ones which came in the original stock 64 Plymouth Belvedere. But I'll have to look at those because I've got a few builders. I mean, I've got builders unbuilt, you know, the later Richard Petty ones, and you know, I've always fancied doing the stock one of those, and I think I have got some stock wheels for one of those, but I'll probably compare it. I am too sure. I mean, if you know, just comment, like, and correct me. But these will be custom wheels for the Joanne 65 Cadillac. I know that because they're on the built up one, and this lot also came with a set of the stock wheels for that kit as well, which I'm really happy about, because I thought if I was going to ever restore that one, I'd want a set of stock ones, and I didn't want to really tuck into one of the Joanne hearses, or worse still, one of me unbuilt 65 or 66 annuals I've got. I'm assuming these are like these are probably from one of them 65 or 66 Furies. It's got kind of a dome back to them, and I'm pretty sure these are the wheels for them. Like, I'm assuming they were using these as stock or racing or whatever, but they just sit in that sort of dish there. So I don't have any of them kits at the minute. Like, I don't think I've got one single. Oh yeah, I've got the 65 in a box. Like, but that's got the wheels in it already. Like, so. But yeah, I mean, I've got a couple. I mean, I think these are Joanne as well, custom Joanne wheels, and they're all in really good condition, to be quite honest with you. What I need to do is sort of pair them up with tyres. I mean, I'll have to keep the tyres in a separate bag, but in fact, I find when I sell wheels and tyres, they sell really well as wheels and tyres. Whereas if you're just selling tyres or wheels, you'll sit on them for months. I mean, I've got a bunch on eBay at the minute, and selling them in packs of 8 sets of slicks and stuff like that, and they're slowly going. Like, I mean, I think I sold about 6 sets in the first week, and then the rest have just been trickling out. But yeah, these were the ones which I wasn't sure, because they're quite chunky, these, and I wasn't sure whether they just reminded me of the ones which are in the Hall in Hearst and what have you. But like I say, I could be completely wrong. They're a really nice set of wheels, those, to be quite fair. And I mean, this is all early 60s, all 60s, mid 60s stuff, I would have thought. I don't think there's much dating past sort of 66, 67 in this lot. Another set of hubcaps, but I'm not too sure what those are from. Can't think off the top of my head what those are from. I mean, I don't think I'm doing too badly with guessing games on 50 sets of wheels, or how many sets of wheels are here like, but I think those are the, like I said before when we were going through them charges, I thought they'd come with 3 sets of wheels, and I'm pretty sure those are the stock wheels. These are the stock wheels. That those sort of Magnum 500 styles were classified as custom wheels. When I picked them up at first, I did think they were for the 65 Oldsmobile, and I was kind of hoping that, but because I've got a mint kit without a set of wheels for those. But and then these are I think this is one of the few sets that there's only 2 in, but they look like potentially, well, I mean, they're definitely Joanne of some kind, but I'm thinking, yeah, potentially another Plymouth of some kind, or definitely something Chrysler, I would have thought. And I'll have to have a look through all my other stuff, because I've got quite a lot of Joanne kits where there's just pairs. I've got just pairs of wheels, and yeah, and then that's about it really. But yeah, I mean, I think the last thing we've got, and these are some of my favourite early 60s monogram wheels. These were issued in the original 58 Thunderbird, and I don't think you saw these wheels come back. They replaced them with that sort of chromey reverse style custom wheel. But yeah, I mean, I think other than that, it's got a couple of wheel backs in background and what have you. But yeah, I mean, I was quite pleased with it. There's quite a lot of nice stuff in there, and for those people who are actually interested and still tuned in and what have you, all we're doing here today is just talking model cars, like I said, and we have like I say, we've got another lot coming up. Like I say, I've literally opened the box, had a quick peek through, not taken any of the kits out of the bags, how they came. I was a bit worried, that I always worry with some of these stuff that seller's not going to be packing them really well, but I think with all the lots I bought, like this second box which is going to be coming up, it really done taken care of, making sure that they kind of got to in the same condition. I mean, I'm always expecting some little breaks here and there, but having a quick peek through and looking through the clear bags he's put them in, I don't think we're going to have any issues, and I think we're going to have some really nice kits in there. And I think that's going to be a really good one where while we're filming this, we sort of pick and choose what we're going to be selling out of that lot to pay for it. And on that one, I've only got 50 quid to cover, so and I kind of know a few bits and pieces in there which are going to be definite eBay fodder, and just get rid of them, get me money back, and helps pay for my other stuff, and I can continue buying the other stuff, buying and selling other random sort of run-of-the-mill stuff to keep the eBay shop going and what have you. But yeah, I mean, if you have stuck through for this video, like I say, it's just been a bit of a chat on models, and we're coming up to weekends, and like I say, it's been a week since my last video, because I've just been busy ever since. I'm covering a lot of shifts at I've got I generally work a day and a half for another business, like, and just to help pay the rent and what have you. But there's been a lot of people on annual leave, and I'm working every single day next week for them next week. Like, so I'm just gonna try and on an evening just come and do little bits and pieces like this, and hopefully it's of interest to some people. I mean, I've turned off the monetization for now, just so there's not adverts, and don't make a massive deal of difference to me, to be quite honest with you all at the minute. You know, it's nice to hit the 1,000, but I just decided on the last few videos just to shut that off and have a few videos without ad breaks and all that kind of stuff kicking in and what have you. So yeah, I mean, if you have stuck around, many thanks to everybody. If you're still here, I will let you know what's coming, and I am going to try and make sure I actually do them. But yeah, we've got a couple more of these to go through. So again, it's going to be some nice, boring, long videos for you. Got the intro to Blue Ox Model Shop's Street Machine group build. Got a load of resin bodies, 3D printed bodies of British cars, which I'd like to go through. We're still working a little bit on the sideline for the diorama for that 65 Galaxy. Do want to get that finished in the next couple of weeks. I'm not stressing myself out about it too much. And we got an update for the Porsche group build as well. So plenty of, I've got a plan now. Usually I don't really have a plan. I just duck and dive in whenever I can. But yeah, whatever you're doing for the rest of the weekend, enjoy rest of enjoy whatever you're doing, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, see you, bye.